Ukraine ready to discuss territorial issues with Russia.
Vietnam issues alert for Typhoon Kajiki.
Sustainable resettlement and housing support for flood victims.
Hello everyone, you're watching today's news on NTV channel. My name is Đăng. Let's get started. A senior Ukrainian officer says Kiev is willing to discuss territory with Russia in direct talks between Presidents Truyen and Zelensky, but it rejects giving up land in exchange for peace.
President Trump and his team, as well as
the statement was made by Ukraine's Deputy Foreign Minister, Sergei Kislitsa, in an interview with NBC News, saying President Zelensky is ready for bilateral talks and considers the current military contact line as the starting point for territorial discussions. On the same day, Zelensky reaffirmed on Telegram his willingness to meet Putin in any format. While keeping the door open for negotiations, Zelensky insisted Ukraine will not give away its land, but did not clarify whether it would accept any other form of transfer. Meanwhile, Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov stated that Putin would only meet Zelensky if high-level discussion topics are well prepared. He also accused Kyiv of hindering U.S. mediation efforts.
North Korea says it has successfully tested 2 new anti-aircraft missiles using special technologies under the direct supervision of leader Kim Jong-un and top officers.
According to state media KCNA, the tests were aimed at evaluating the missile's rapid response capabilities against aerial threats like attack drones and cruise missiles. The missiles reportedly showed superior combat performance, though no technical details or origin of the technology were disclosed. The test comes amid heightened tensions on the Korean peninsula, after South Korea said it fired warning shots after detecting North Korean soldiers crossing the border at the DMZ on August 19th. North Korea reacted strongly, calling it a serious provocation. Pyongyang also condemned the ongoing Ulchi Freedom Shield joint exercises between South Korea and the U.S., labeling them a rehearsal for invasion and accusing Seoul of faking peace intentions.
Vietnam's meteorological agencies has raised the disaster risk warning to level 4 for inland areas from Thanh Hóa to northern Quảng provinces, as Typhoon number 5, internationally named Kajiki, continues to intensify to Category 13, with wind gusts reaching Category 16.
According to the National Meteorological Agency, Typhoon number 5 is expected to surpass 2024's Super Typhoon Yagi in wind intensity. By 10 p.m. on August 24th, it will be in the southern Gulf of Tonkin, about 300 kilometers from Nghệ An, with winds strengthening to Category 13 to 14 and gusts up to Category 16. On August 25th, it will enter the Gulf of Tonkin and may further intensify. Coastal areas from Thanh Hoa to Quang Tri may experience strong winds of Category 10 to 13, waves up to 9 meters, and extremely rough seas. From the night of August 24 to August 26, heavy rain is forecast across the north and central regions, with some areas receiving over 700 mm. There's a high risk of flooding and landslides, especially in low-lying coastal and river mouth areas. Marine vessels, floating cages, dikes, and aquaculture facilities in the affected zones are strongly advised to halt operations due to the extreme danger of capsizing or destruction.
Coming up next are some updated news.
Prime Minister Pham Minh Chinh has signed an urgent directive ordering ministries and localities to cut at least 30% of business conditions and the cost and time of administrative procedures. So far, 1,315 procedures and 872 business conditions for ministries have been approved by the Prime Minister for simplification. The Prime Minister also urged agencies to quickly finalize documents, upgrade systems, and remove bottlenecks to ensure the efficient and smooth operation of 2-tier local governments.
According to the General Department of Customs, by mid-August 2025, Vietnam's total import-export turnover reached over 5 billion, with exports exceeding 280 billion. Major export items include electronics, phones, machinery, and textiles. Foreign invested enterprise sector continues to play a leading role, accounting for over 70% of total export and import turnover. Despite a slight deficit in early August, the country maintained a trade surplus of over $10 billion since the beginning of the year. This result shows the positive momentum for exports, despite many global economic fluctuations.
Nghệ An has just held a ceremony to wrap up the 2025 English Self-Study Month for secondary and high school students and teachers. The Self-Study Month attracted the participation of 491 middle and high schools in the province. At the ceremony, the organizing committee awarded prizes to 220 best students at the commune ward level, 23 students and 28 teachers at provincial level, and 15 schools for group prizes. The organizing committee also granted 100 Vietnamese Heart Fund scholarships to outstanding students.
Besides providing immediate support to address current damages, it is urgent to plant and develop sustainable, centralized resettlement areas after natural disasters. However, it is especially difficult in the mountainous, rugged terrains of Nghệ An province.
According to statistics, the floods in July damaged over 7,400 homes in Nghệ An, of which 450 were completely collapsed or buried. Overcoming these consequences is expected to be difficult and prolonged.
13 hectares along High Stream were completely washed away. There's no land left to live on near the highway.
After the flood, Nghệ An province has been implementing various synchronized solutions to support the people. However, the biggest challenge now is the limited land fund. Due to the rugged mountainous terrain, finding suitable flat ground to build centralized resettlement areas is proving to be very difficult.
After the flood, the locality conducted a survey and found that there is almost no land available for resettlement. And if there is, it belongs entirely to protected forests. The Department of Agriculture and Environment has established 4 working groups to find long-term safe living areas for people, with the condition of being flat terrain, minimal erosion and flash flood risk, and a reliable water supply.
To solve the challenge of sustainable resettlement for flood victims and prevent the recurrence of annual flash floods, there needs to be a close combination of thorough field surveys and a comprehensive, realistic master plan that aligns with the local geography.
This is the end of the show today. Thank you for watching.